Hey, Screaming Geek Media here. I'm Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to be talking about Total Recall in 4K, the old 1990 Schwarzenegger version. But before we do, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, or whatever, if you like home theater, just movies in general, please check out my other videos on my channel and like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. So let's talk Total Recall in 4K. This is a 1990 version with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I have not seen the remake of this. And you got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sharon Stone, Michael Ironside, Ronnie Cox. And it was directed by Paul Verhoeven, which is also known for doing RoboCop. And Arnold plays a character called Quaid. It goes to a place called Recall. Thing been getting a little vacation memory implant. Things go haywire, and all of a sudden he just has people after him, and has it's a crazy story, really, but such a fun movie. This is a really good classic. And it's funny looking back on cheesy the vehicles in it. It's like, this is supposed to be futuristic. It was so freaking. Some of the stuff was pretty stupid, but overall, it's a great movie. It's, Paul Verhoeven comes up with some crazy shit for his movies. And this one doesn't fall short as far as stuff from him. Now, this 4K release comes from Lionsgate. It came out in 2020. Originally filmed in 35mm, finished with a 4K digital intermediate. Has HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And man, I'm glad to do this after I just recently did my Jurassic World Dominion review, which was kind of fell flat. But man, this one rocks. That's why I just love 4K, going back in with restorations of older movies that just look so much better than that new crap coming out. I mean, from the get-go, when they're on Mars, the reds are just so freaking solid and vivid. Jumps across the screen. You can see the rock details on Mars. I mean, throughout the whole movie, you got really good details and depth. Everything just comes alive, comes off the screen. Some good pops of color throughout the movie, causing the great contrast. It really gives it so much depth. And comparing it with one, I didn't compare it with the Blu-ray in this set because it's been supposedly the Blu-ray with this has remastered as well. So I compared it with an older Blu-ray version, because if you're going to upgrade, you're gonna have an older Blu-ray. And man, popping that old Blu-ray in, it looked like shit. I mean, yes, it had some details and some in it, but the colors were flat and muted. Even the Mars scene, it didn't have the red tone. Almost looked earthy. Overall, the presentation is night and day. If you've got the old Blu-ray, damn, you're going to be impressed with this. Color timing is so far off on this. In a good way. But yeah, the overall, the video presentation on this is rock solid from beginning to end. Here you can check out some of the screenshots comparing the older Blu-ray release along with the 4K. We'll come back and we'll talk about the audio, packaging, and bonus features. So we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Now for the audio, Lionsgate gave us a Dolby Atmos track on this. I don't have Dolby Atmos, so I'm still listening to 5.1. And man, it was pretty damn good. It had some limitations. I've mentioned in other videos that sometimes these older movies, when they remix, are just quite not perfect, but they did a pretty decent job. Good use of surrounds for the atmosphere. The dialogue was nice and clear, and I toggled back and forth between a 5.1 track and a 2.0 track, and the 2.0 was just as impressive, honestly. So it's going to be, your personal preference to what you want. I mean, the surround track does give you a little bit more atmosphere, but the stereo track is, in its own right, has a nice, good balance across that front stage, and a little bit louder volume, really kicks in. And of course, the music score done by the late Jerry Goldsmith is wonderful. So I add that in. It's a very, very impressive audio track on this. Again, not perfect, but still pretty impressive. Now for the packaging, I got this from Universal, so I didn't have a slipcase. I don't know if it actually came with one or not. Standard keep case. It is a 3-disc set, the 4K Blu-ray, and an extra bonus disc. So for the bonus, we have Total Access, How Carol Changed Hollywood documentary, Open Your Mind, Scoring Total Recall featurette, Dreamers Within the Dream, Developing Total Recall, the special effects, The Making of Total Recall, Imagining Total Recall, and also we have an audio commentary with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Paul Verhoeven, and also a theatrical trailer. So there's quite a few featurettes here. So overall, this is a very good, solid release from Lionsgate. Very impressive audio and video. It's just going to blow your mind. If you like these classic sci-fi movies with Schwarzenegger, I definitely highly recommend this. You can pick it up on Amazon for about $16. Again, I got mine from Universal. Not sure how that happened, but they had a 2 for $22 sale, so I picked this up with King Kong. There's also a steelbook version available. I'm not sure what that's selling for. I should have looked that up for you, but either way, you can get this for a decent price. Highly recommend this. That pretty much wraps up my look at the 4K release of Total Recall with Schwarzenegger. Please check out my other videos on my channel, and like and subscribe and turn your bell notifications on. And hopefully next time you see me, I'm hoping to finally have my backdrop done. I know I've been talking about it. I've been dragging my feet about it. But I finally got my hammer drill. I got the anchor bolts, and I got the lumber. I'm going to bolt some 2x4s up on the wall and put some wood up so I can easily hang stuff back behind me. Because I know I hate looking at this freaking ugly wall, and I'm sure you do too, and needs a little bit of something. So hopefully next time we see me, we're going to see a pretty backdrop. Well, see you then. Geek out.